Dear students, let us continue with our study of this paper, which is drugs of abuse. And after knowing about drugs and the various classifications, we shall try to understand in this particular module the various terms associated with drug abuse, that is the terminology of drug abuse. You shall be able to know about these various terms which are related with the drugs abuse, like what is drug abuse, what is meant by addiction, the designer drugs, the dissociatives, the psychoactive drugs, stimulants, hallucinogens, depressants, the physical dependence, polydrug abuse, tolerance, tranquilizer, and then what is meant by withdrawal. So, let us begin with knowing about the first term, which is drug abuse. Drug is a patterned use of a substance in which the user or abuser ingests the substance in quantity or with means neither authorized nor directed by healthcare specialists is known as drug abuse or the substance abuse. It is impossible to know the definite cause of substance abuse because there is not just one direct cause, but many. However, substance abuse and addiction is known to run parallel to each other or can be said run in families. A theory states that there is a genetic disposition which predisposes certain individuals towards the substance abuse. Another theory suggests that substance abuse is cultivated from the surroundings, that is, it is an acquired behavior. Substance abuse starts with a bad habit, but when addiction expands, it manifests as a chronic devitalizing disease. The drugs like alcohol, amphetamines, barbiturates, benzodiazepines, cocaine and opioids, they are associated with the term drug abuse. Using or abusing such drugs leads to criminal penalty, and adding to it is the physical, social and psychological harm. Many cases are there where criminal or antisocial behavior are seen when the person is under the dominance of a drug. Even the personality changes in individuals may occur for a long time exposure to these. Drug abuse affects the central nervous system, which is abbreviated as CNS. It produces mood fluctuations, transforms the level of consciousness or opinions and affect our senses. Most of the drugs also have an effect on the systems other than the central nervous system. So, if we look at the term associated risks, what we mean by, let us try to understand. The drug abuse leads to health problems, social life problems, road accidents, injuries, violence, deaths, homicides, suicides, physical dependency and psychosomatic addiction. Drug abuse involving alcohol and prescribed drug can lead to medical condition which correspond to mental illness. This symptomology can happen both in the intoxicated state and also during the withdrawal state. Let us now try to understand the term addiction. The term addiction in context to drugs is the driving need to use drugs in order to operate normally. When these substances are unattainable, the user experiences the withdrawal or the withdrawal symptoms. According to the DSM-1-4, that is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, they have not used the word addiction at all. Instead of it, it uses the word substance dependence for describing such a condition. So, whether it is the addiction or the substance dependence, it is one and the same thing. With the help of physiological dependence, the indication of withdrawal, or without the help of physiological dependence, substance dependence can be identified. Coming to the term addictive potential. From person to person and from substance to substance, the addictive potential of a drug varies. Dosage, frequency, pharmacokinetics of a specific substance, the route and mode of administration, and the time, they are all critical factors which govern a drug addiction. According to an article which was published in the Lancet that analyzed the harm and dependence of 20 drugs using a scale which has a range of 0 to 3 in the category of physical addiction, psychological addiction and pleasure, to make a mean score for addiction. And the results you can see for various drugs are as shown here. You can see for the results for heroin, cocaine, tobacco, barbiturates, alcohols, benzodiazepines, amphetamine and cannabis. Let us now try to know what does the term designer drug mean. A designer drug usually is a structural or functional equivalent of controlled substances that has been developed to imitate the pharmacological effects of the original drug and at the same time being avoided and classified as illegal. European Union has designated this type of drug as NPS, that is new psychoactive substances, as well as analogues of performance boosting drugs such as designer steroids. Academic and industrial researchers have originally synthesized some of the designer drugs, but they have done so in an effort to design more effective derivatives with least side effects, but unfortunately the later can be used, or you can say abused, for illicit use. In some situations, these designer drugs have analogous consequences to other known potent drugs, but their chemical structures are completely dissimilar. Even though designer drugs is a very broad term, even then it is applicable to almost every synthetic drug and often mentioned as synthetic recreational drugs. So now you can correlate designer drug, something you can be designed, and that's how it is being correlated with synthetic recreational drugs. Now let us move to another term associated with drug abuse, which is dissociatives. Dissociatives are a kind of hallucinogens which affect the perception of vision, sound, and they produce a feeling of disengagement from the outer world and self. They lower and block signals to the responsive mind from other parts of our brain. In spite of the fact that many types of drugs are competent of producing such effects like hallucinogens, dissociatives are exclusive in the way as they do so in such a way that they produce hallucinogenic effects which include sensory destitution, disconnection, hallucination and a dream-like behavior. Some dissociatives which are non-discriminating in action may be capable of provoking a feeling of well-being. Moreover, many other dissociatives have common depressant effects and they produce calmness, respiratory distress, analgesia, anesthesia in combination with cognitive and memory deterioration and amnesia. Let us now try to know the term psychoactive drugs. A psychoactive drug, also called as psychopharmaceutical or psychotropic drug, is a chemical substance that acts principally upon the central nervous system where it affects the brain functioning, resulting in modification in perception, mood, consciousness, cognition and behavior. These substances may be used recreationally to purposefully change one's consciousness or for ritual, spiritual or shamanic purposes like anesthetics, analgesics and for the treatment of psychiatric disorders. These type of psychoactive drugs, they also have some therapeutic activity. Psychoactive drugs bring about marked changes in alertness and mood swings that the user find himself or herself pleasant, referred as euphoria, or advantageous, that is increased state of mind, and are thus reinforcing. Despite the health risk and neglecting consequences, many psychoactive substances are misused or abused, that is used excessively. With continuous use of some substances, psychological and physical dependence, that is addiction, may develop, and that is why they are so dangerous. Worldwide, many government-posed restrictions on drug production and sales in an attempt to decrease the drug abuse due to their misuse and physical dependency arising on these drugs. Looking at the classification of psychoactive drugs, human beings use psychoactive substances for varied reasons. Some of the available substances, they have controlled or illegal uses, while others have shamanic purposes and still others are used medicinally. Social sleep aids and social drinking are some of the common examples. World's largest consumptions of psychoactive substance is caffeine, but unlike other drugs, it is unregulated and legal in nearly all jurisdictions. According to pharmacological effects in the body, psychoactive drugs can be classified into different categories, and the generally used psychoactive drugs are narcotics, stimulants, hallucinogens and depressants. Let us try to know what a stimulant or the term stimulant means. Stimulants are a kind of psychoactive drugs that induces transitory advancement in mental or physical functions or even both. Stimulants are often referred to as uppers as they lead to a characteristic up feeling. This category consists of substances that wakes one up, stimulates the mind and even cause a feeling of well-being but does not affect the understanding. These drugs are also referred in the terminology of speed. For example, methamphetamines, caffeine, nicotine, cocaine, etc. Amphetamine or its derivative methamphetamine may be injected directly into the bloodstream through the intravenous injection. The desire for a more intense experience is the chief motive behind this route of administration. First sensation of flash or rush initiates, followed by a high feeling of pleasure, euphoria that produces the hyperactivity with a sensation of clarity of vision as well as hallucinations. But after the effect wears off, the individual passes through a period of exhaustion and may sleep continuously for 1 or 2 days, and then it leads to depression. Another type of amphetamine is methamphetamine called speed because of its rapid stimulation of central nervous system. Cocaine also is another powerful stimulant that produces similar effects as that of the amphetamines, namely the increased alertness accompanied by suppression of hunger and fatigue. It is commonly sniffed and is then taken into the body by the mucous membrane of the nose. So, as a forensic scientist, the criminals who will be using these, you should know what type of drugs and how they are ingesting, and this all you should be aware with. But as I told you earlier, taking drugs is really dangerous and deadly. It is only for some moment it is causing pleasure, but later on it has a very adverse effect on our body and can even lead to death. Continuing further, One other form of cocaine which is quite popular is crack. It is manufactured by heating the mixture of cocaine, baking soda and water, and it is also snorted and produces similar effects like cocaine. Let us now move to the term hallucinogens. Hallucinogens include psychedelics, dissociatives and deliriants. This classification comprises all those substances that produces the well-defined alteration in normal thought processes, perceptions and mood. There are a number of substances with varying chemical compositions that have hallucinogenic properties. For example, LSD, lysergic acid diethylamide, PCP, which is the phencyclidine, DMD, dimethyltryptamine, mescaline, psilocybin, etc. And these are all the chemical substances. LSD is synthesized from lysergic acid, which is a substance derived from ergot, which is a type of fungus that attacks certain type of grains. This is a very potent drug. Only 25 micrograms is sufficient to start vivid visual hallucinations that may last for about 12 hours. This drug creates noticeable change in mood, leading to even laughing and crying at the slightest provocation. Feeling of anxiety and tension is always accompanied in the LSD use. On the other hand, PCP is synthesized by quite a simple chemical process, thus is much more easily available. It is frequently mixed with other drugs like LSD or amphetamine and is generally available as a powder, sometimes known as angel dust, capsules or tablets, or as a liquid. The drug is smoked, ingested or sniffed. Let us try to look at the criteria of hallucinogens. L.E. Hollister's yardstick for distinguishing a drug as hallucinogens is as follows. That is, first, dominating changes in thought process, understanding and mood swings. Next one, minimum intellectual or memory deterioration. Next is unconsciousness, narcosis or enormous stimulation should not be an integral effect. Next point is minimum side effects on autonomic nervous system and addictive craving should be absent. After the hallucinogens, let us try to know the term depressants. A depressant is a kind of drug or endogenous compound that diminishes neurotransmission levels, that is, it decreases or reduces the awareness or stimulation in different parts of brain. Depressants are sometimes pointed as downers, as they lower the level of awakening when they are taken. Depressants are extensively used worldwide as prescribed medicines and as illicit substances as well. When these drugs are taken, effects often include pain relief, calmness, memory impairment, as well as in some cases a feeling of well-being, disengagement, muscle loosen up, lower BP or heart rate, respiratory distress, anticonvulsant effects, and at high dosage, total anesthesia or death can occur. If you look at the symptoms, depressants are taken medicinally to diminish the following symptoms, that is insomnia, seizures, anxiety and tension. Anxiety and tension, if we look, they can be further categorized into generalized anxiety, obsessive anxiety, social anxiety and panic attacks. It is also used for muscle spasms and depression. Let us look at the term combinations in context to depressants. It is very dangerous to combine the different depressants because the central nervous system's depressive characteristics tend to increase exponentially rather than linearly. This characteristic feature makes the depressants a frequent choice for purposeful overdose in case of suicides. In many cases, along with the usual dosage of heroin, if the use of alcohol or benzodiazepines is done, then it is usually the reason of overdose deaths in opiate addicts. Let us now move to the term physical dependence. Physical dependence represents a state that is resulting from chronic usage of a drug and has produced tolerance, where unfavorable physical withdrawal systems results from abruptly discontinuation or dosage reduction. The therapeutic use of certain medicines like benzodiazepines, antidepressants, etc., as well as the misuse and abuse of recreational drugs like alcohol, opioids, benzodiazepines, they develop a physical dependence. Reaction from withdrawal according to the dosage and potency, the kind of drug used, the time span of use, the age of the user, the beginning of first use, and also depends from individual to individual. Acute withdrawal symptoms, they last for days, weeks and even months. Coming to the symptoms. Physical dependence manifests itself in the presence of both physical and psychological symptoms, which are caused by physiological changes in the central nervous system and the brain due to the chronic exposure to a substance. The withdrawal from drugs or decreasing the dosage develops increase in heart rate and blood pressure, sweating and shaking. More severe withdrawal symptoms, they include disorientation, seizures, visual hallucinations, sedative hypnotics. The commonly available substance that can be fatal in withdrawal are alcohol, benzodiazepines and barbiturates because of their severity to induce convulsions. Swift withdrawal from drugs like opioids can cause an exceptional physiologically and psychologically painful withdrawal, but this condition is rarely fatal. Let us now try to know another term, which is polydrug abuse. Polydrug, as the name itself is very evident, means combining or using two or more than two psychoactive drugs to achieve a distinct effect. It has been seen in many cases one particular drug is used as a base or a primary drug and with additional secondary drugs to satisfy for the side effects of the primary drug that makes the experience more pleasurable with drug synergy effects or additive for primary drug when outcome is low. Looking at the associated risk of polydrugs, the consumption of polydrug abuse generally has more risk and harm as compared to the abuse of a single drug due to the drug synergism. The increasing potential of one drug on another every now and then is considerable, and here the medicines and illicit drugs like antidepressant, alcohol and nicotine have to be acknowledged in combination with the controlled psychoactive substances. The level of risk depends on the potency of both the substances. Like alcohol, cocaine also increases the cardiovascular toxicity. Likewise, when alcohol or depressants taken with opioids, it leads to an increased risk of overdose. Benzodiazepines are prominent for causing death when it is mixed with other CNS depressants such as alcohol and barbiturates. Let us now look at tolerance. The drug tolerance or physiological tolerance is the diminution of effectiveness of a drug due to continuous and prolonged usage of that drug or a similar drug, which is referred as cross tolerance. Here, one's reaction to a specific drug and potency of the drug is gradually reduced, demanding an upsurge in strength to obtain the desired result. Physiological tolerance also occurs when an individual builds up a resistance to the effects of a substance after the repeated exposure. And that is why initially, if the quantity is taken less, slowly and slowly the body will require it more and more, and so the addiction keeps on taking it to the higher and higher concentration of the dose and making it even more dangerous and fatal. The salient features of drug tolerance are that it is reversible. The degree depends on the discrete drug potency and frequency of use. Differential development occurs for diverse effects of the same drug. Let us now move to another term, which is tranquilizers. A tranquilizer is a kind of drug that brings tranquility in an individual. These drugs produce a general tranquility without the deterioration of high thinking efficiency or the inducement of a sleep. For reducing or compressing of anxiety and tension, tranquilizers like reserpine and chlorpromazine are useful for mental patients. Tranquility is a feeling of calmness and tension free, but when taken in overdose, it is the drug abuse. Withdrawal. Withdrawal from drugs accompanies numerous symptoms that happens when one abruptly discontinue or decreases the consumption of medicine and recreational drugs. These symptoms are experienced only when one develops a physical or mental dependency. This takes place after sustained usage of any substance or drug. Signs and symptoms to body response from the absence of drug dependency varies from slight uneasiness to irritation. Even once the withdrawal signs have subsided, or even after a long period of temperance, a recovering addict can be triggered to relive his or her withdrawal symptoms through the exposure to a spark. A spark is a hint that retells the recovering addiction of the drug. The route of entry of drug into the body also plays a part in determining the extremity of the withdrawal symptoms. Uneasiness, sweating, nausea, diarrhea are some of the very common withdrawal indications of opiate abuse. Abuse of alcohol comprises of withdrawal symptoms like irritability, fatigue, trembling, sweating, vomiting. Similarly, the nicotine abuse has the withdrawal signs like irritability, fatigue, insomnia, headache and difficulty in concentrating. So dear students, as forensic scientists, you are being made familiar to all these terms and will go into more details in the subsequent modules. But never ever try these drugs unless or until it is a prescription which has been given for a medical ailment, because taking them will lead to addiction and require more and more, not at all good for human intake, as we have seen some part here and will be going into more details in the subsequent modules. So dear students, let us summarize what we have learnt in this module. We have studied that drug is a patterned use of a substance in which the user or abuser ingests the substance in quantity or with means neither authorized nor directed by the healthcare specialist. In that case, it is known as drug abuse or also referred as substance abuse. The term addiction in context of drugs is a compulsive need to use drugs in order to function normally. We also studied about designer drug. Designer drug is a structural or functional analog of controlled substances that has been designed to imitate the pharmacological effects of the original drug and at the same time being avoided or classified as illegal and detection in standard drug tests. We also studied about dissociatives, which are kind of hallucinogens which affect the perceptions of vision, sound, and they produce a feeling of disengagement from the outer world and self. A psychoactive drug, a psychopharmaceutical or psychotropic drug, we studied that is a chemical substance that acts principally upon the central nervous system, where it affects the brain function, resulting in modification in perception, mood, consciousness, cognition, and our behavior. We also studied about stimulants which induce transitory advancement in mental or physical functions or both, and due to their rendering a characteristic up feeling, they are also referred to as uppers. We also became familiar to the term hallucinogens, which are a kind of psychoactive drugs which include psychedelics, dissociatives, and deliriants. We studied about depressant term also. A depressant is a kind of drug or endogenous compound that diminishes neurotransmission levels, that is, it decreases or reduces awareness or stimulation in different parts of the brain. We also became aware with the term physical dependence, which represents a state that is resulting from chronic usage of the drug and has produced tolerance where unfavorable physical withdrawal symptoms results from abrupt discontinuation or dosage reduction is there. We also studied polydrug abuse, and polydrug abuse, we learned that it means combining or using 2 or more psychoactive drugs to achieve a distinct effect. So dear students, after knowing these terms, as a forensic scientist, you are now more knowledgeable and will go into more details in the subsequent modules.